Hi everyone. Shout out to my two subscribers. I know Ren over in the Philippines, and I think one of her family members. How you guys doing? So my brother and I went to our first yard sale last Saturday, and it was a community yard sale in a residential area. And so there were uh, we went stopped at like five or six houses, and each house had some offerings, different things. Nothing really caught my attention too much. There was this one place, this lady had some really nice stuff to offer, and she had these two Navy uniforms from World War II. And they were just like enlisted men's uniforms, like your everyday uniform. And she was offering them for $75. And my brother offered her 50, and she said she would take it. But really, there wasn't any. When I looked it up on eBay, something like that was going for $25. So it didn't seem like it would be any way to like make any good money on it. So we didn't get that. And then a neighbor of mine gave me a Hewlett Packard photo printer to sell on eBay, and I have it on sale. And we stopped at another garage sale, and there was actually the paper that is used to print the photos from this printer. And I was looking at it, but the guy said it was already sold. So whatever, it's a shame that it was already sold, but it doesn't make that much difference. So the last place we stopped, I was looking around, and I saw these two plates. This one and this one. And I turned them over, and they're hand painted, which really didn't impress me because there's a lot of hand painted dishes. And then, but I was looking at the brand, and I noticed, as I'm sure you did just then, that it said "Made in Occupied Japan." So that caught my attention because I knew that it had to be, sometime after the war. I knew that Japan was occupied, of course, by the Allies, but I didn't know when exactly it started and when it ended. So I asked the lady, how much she would charge, and she said 25 cents a piece. So I got both of those for 50 cents, and I think they're really nice. I think that they're sort of like from medieval times, and if you hang them on a wall, they're sort of looking at each other. Maybe it'd be the other way around. But and they're in perfect condition. And anyhow, so one plate, not from the same era, made in occupied Japan, from this maker who is Andrea, was going for $15. So two would be $30. And since I think mine are kind of rare, I may be wrong, but I think mine are kind of rare because they were made during the occupation of Japan, I decided to offer them for 50, which would give me a little room for negotiation. And I think it'll take a little while for these to sell. So far, today's Friday, and I got them on Saturday, and I think I listed them on Sunday. So they've been on less than, like about 5 days or so, 6 days or so. They've been looked at a couple times. And so at some point I may end up lowering the price maybe to 40. But I'm sure I'm going to hang them for a long time, and 2 or 3 months, if not longer. But in the meantime, I paid 50 cents for them. So, if I even end up selling them for $20 for two of them, uh, the return on my investment is just, phenomenal. So the weather's getting warmer, and so we're planning on going to garage sales every week if we can find them near me. Tomorrow it's going to rain really hard, as I understand. The clouds are already gathering, so we may not be going, and there's only one scheduled near me. My brother would have to drive, which is fine. So the other thing I wanted to mention in this video is an update. So far, I have sold 63 things, and I started like more or less in mid-December, and I average, you know, 5 things a week or so. My best week so far was 10 things, and so far I've sold 5 things this week. And again, it's Friday. Usually I sell a couple things over the weekend, and I drop them off at the post office on Monday, and so I could probably sell, you know, 6 or 7 things this week, and we'll see. This week I've sold 2 like big things. I had to find a box to fit them, both of them. One was a VCR that my neighbor gave me, and I had it on sale for 50 bucks. One had sold for 40, but I figured I would try 50. And then I lowered it to 40, and the guy offered me 35, so I took it. And after fees and everything, we agreed, my neighbor and I, to 60-40, me getting 60, because I do all the work. And so 40% of $30 was $12. So he was happy to get that, and I was happy to make a sale. And then I found a stereo tuner at the bins, and before I paid for it, I plugged it in, and it powered on. And of course, I had no way of testing it because I don't have any speakers. But you know, chances are, since the power's on, I'm sure chances are very good it works. So if it doesn't, I'll get a return. But so I sold that for, and I made like $15 on that. And then I sold my third, and so far last breast pump, and that was in a box, came in a box, you know, that was sold in. So all I had to do was get some paper and wrap it, and throw a mailing label on it. So things are going pretty good. You know, it took me about 20 weeks to sell 63 things, and I think I'll sell like another 37 things for a nice round number of 100 things, probably by like towards the end of June at the latest, I think. So we'll see. Everything's going good. So bye. I'll let you know how much I sell these things for.